If you are over 60 and waking up every morning with a back that feels like a rusted hinge, I want you to listen very closely. You are not alone. In fact, statistics show that 80% of adults your age are fighting this same invisible battle. But here's the tragedy. Most of you are being told to just rest or take a pill, and when you do that, the pain often gets worse. Why? Because your spine is not a machine that wears out from use. It is a biological structure that starves when it stops moving. I am Professor Oleksii Kalmykov. For over 30 years, I've been a medical scientist, a practitioner, and what I call a medical troubleshooter. I don't just look at your symptom, I look at your entire life ecosystem. I founded the Research Institute of Evidence-Based Medicine because I was tired of seeing seniors treated like broken parts instead of whole people. Today, we are going to fix your back. We're not going to do it with surgery, and we're not going to do it with painkillers. We're going to do it with 3 specific, scientifically proven movements. These are backed by research from Stanford and the University of Waterloo. But I have a warning. I read your comments. I saw Darlene from Chicago mention her bad knees, and David from the UK express confusion about whether walking helps or hurts. I hear you. Standard exercise advice often fails seniors because it assumes you have the joints of a 20-year-old. Today, we troubleshoot that. I will give you the standard movement, and I will give you the modification, so that even with bad knees, you can save your spine. Let's get into the science of why your back hurts. As we age, 2 things happen. First, the discs between your vertebrae, think of them as jelly donuts acting as shock absorbers, start to dry out. They lose hydration. Second, the deep stabilizing muscles along your spine, the multifidus muscles, undergo fatty infiltration. They turn from lean steak into marbled fat. They become weak. When the muscles are weak and the discs are dry, your skeletal structure collapses on itself. That is the pain you feel. The 3 exercises we're discussing today are designed to reverse these 2 specific aging processes. Let's start with exercise number 3, the cat-cow. I call this biological WD-40. The purpose of this movement is not to build muscle, it's to reduce the viscosity of the fluid in your spine. Research shows that gentle, cyclic motion lubricates the spinal joints and encourages the discs to suck up water like a sponge. The traditional way to do this is on all 4s. You get on your hands and knees, you inhale, arching your back down and looking up, that's the cow. Then you exhale, tucking your chin and rounding your spine up toward the ceiling, that's the cat. But Darlene and everyone else with painful knees or arthritis, listen to me. You do not need to be on the floor to get this benefit. Here's the Medical Troubleshooter Modification. Sit on the edge of a sturdy chair. Place your hands on your knees. Sit up tall. Now slowly inhale and push your chest forward, arching your lower back slightly. Look up. Then exhale and slump back, rounding your spine and tucking your chin to your chest. Do this slowly. We are not stretching, we are mobilizing. Imagine you are flossing your spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Do this for 1 to 2 minutes every morning. This simple motion reduces the friction in your back before you even start your day. Now, let's move to exercise number 2, the bird dog. This is the gold standard for spinal stability. This exercise comes from the work of Dr. Stuart McGill at the University of Waterloo. It targets those deep back muscles I told you about, the ones that are turning to fat. The goal here is cross-body tension. The traditional version, you're on hands and knees, you extend your right arm forward and your left leg backward until they're straight. You hold for 10 seconds, then you switch. Why does this work? When you lift opposite limbs, your core must fire to stop you from falling over. It teaches your spine to stay rigid and stable while your arms and legs move.
This is crucial for things like carrying groceries or opening a heavy door. But again, let's troubleshoot for the knees. If getting on the floor is impossible or if you feel unstable, do not force it. Here's the standing modification. Stand facing a wall or a high kitchen counter. Place your hands on the counter for support. Slowly lift your right arm up toward the ceiling and extend your left leg straight back behind you. Squeeze your glute, your butt muscle. Keep your back straight. Do not twist. Hold this for 10 seconds. This 10-second hold is scientifically critical. It builds endurance in the muscle without suffocating it of oxygen. Do 5 repetitions on one side, then 5 on the other. This wakes up the muscles that hold your spine erect. And now we arrive at exercise number 1, the most controversial yet the most powerful medicine for the aging spine: walking. I saw a comment from David Haith asking why some videos say walking is useless while I say it is number 1. David, this is a brilliant question. The confusion comes from how people walk.
If you're strolling slowly, looking at shop windows, stopping every 10 feet, that is not exercise. That is standing with interruptions. That does not help your back. To activate the pain relief mechanism, you need to do what researchers call brisk walking with arm swing. Here's the biomechanics. When you walk briskly and swing your arms, you are activating the latissimus dorsi muscles, the huge muscles in your back. These muscles connect to your lower back via a thick sheet of connective tissue called the thoracolumbar fascia. Every time you swing your arm, you tighten that fascia. It creates a natural back brace that stabilizes your spine. Furthermore, the rhythmic impact of brisk walking creates a pump mechanism that flushes waste products out of the spinal nerves and brings fresh oxygen in. A study from the University of Pittsburgh showed that aerobic walking can be as effective as specific physical therapy exercises for chronic low back pain. But there is a rule. You must walk for at least 20 minutes continuously. Why? Because it takes about 20 minutes for the joints to fully lubricate and for the body's natural painkillers, endorphins, to kick in. If you are currently in severe pain, like Mrichi571 from Ohio, who commented about spinal stenosis, you might say, "Professor, I can't walk to the mailbox." I hear you. In cases of spinal stenosis, walking can sometimes trigger pain because standing straight narrows the spinal canal. If this is you, we troubleshoot. You might need to try unloaded walking, like walking in a swimming pool where the water supports your weight, or using a recumbent bike to get the leg movement without the vertical compression. For everyone else, here's your prescription. Put on supportive shoes, walk fast enough that you can talk but you couldn't sing a song, swing your arms, do this for 20 minutes a day. It is the cheapest, most effective medicine in the world. So, let's recap your daily routine. This takes less than 30 minutes. Morning, 2 minutes of seated cat-cow to lubricate the rusty hinges. Midday, 3 sets of standing bird dogs to wake up the stabilizing muscles. Afternoon, a 20-minute brisk walk to flush out inflammation and build endurance. Now, I want to address the mindset. I see comments from people who feel hopeless. Life sucks. I'm miserable. Chronic pain is not just physical, it is psychological. It drains your hope. But please understand this. The body is resilient. Even at 70, 80, or 90, your tissues can adapt. It will not happen overnight. You didn't get this back pain in a week. It won't vanish in a week. But if you are consistent, you can reduce that pain by 50, 60, even 70%. However, sometimes the puzzle is more complex. Sometimes it's not just the back, it's the diet causing inflammation, it's the sleep position, it's the medication side effects. That is where general YouTube advice hits a wall.
If you have tried everything and you're still suffering, you might need a medical troubleshooter to look at your specific case. I offer remote health guiding, where we dig deep into your medical history, your blood work, and your lifestyle to find the root cause that everyone else missed. You can find the link to start that journey in the description below. But start today with these 3 movements. Do the modifications if you need to. Listen to your body, but do not let your body stop moving. Motion is lotion. Motion is life. If this video helped you understand your back better, please like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, which version are you going to try? The floor version or the standing modification? I read your comments and they help me help you. I am Professor Oleksii Kalmykov. Remember, you are not a broken machine. You are a human being capable of healing. I'll see you in the next video.